Hi you guys, it's Rachel from Urban Empath. We're on day 18 of our soul coaching journey with Denise Linn. Our affirmation for the day is, I invite the pure light of the sun into my heart. May it shine from my heart to the world. And it was a great day for me. If you were committed to change at level 1, you did something to just be in the present moment. Going forward at level 2, you also did the practice in trust and faith with the angel meditation. And then if you were playing full out at level 3, you were saying yes to life and saying yes to everything that happens to you today. And kind of journaling about that. Also, she recommended we do a practice of sitting in front of a candle and imagine we're inhaling the spirit and life force of fire, and that it was burning up, all the impurities, and just feeling the fire surging within you, representing life force energy and light. And I did that exercise last. I actually woke up, I was up at 7 a.m. and I went outside, and it was that time, like just after sunrise, where it just feels gentle and the light's not intense yet. It's like that feeling that not everyone's up and buzzing around yet. It's that that feeling. And I hadn't read the chapter yet, so I didn't know that being present was one of the exercises. And I just noticed that I was, and that's why it's so synchronous and amazing, the way she wrote this, how it just kind of flows and you naturally kind of go to the next assignment without really knowing what it's going to be. But so I kind of just looked around at nature and took in the freshness of the air, and watched some clouds roll by, looked at the trees, and there was just like a hush and like a, that time, it just feels so peaceful and tranquil. And yeah, like tranquility is like the word that really describes it. It was really beautiful, and I was really present. And because I was present, I was just so content with where I was. And then I did the angel meditation later this evening. And that brought a lot of comfort. That's where we imagined the angel enveloping us in their wings, like while we were on the seaside, and being perfectly loved for who we are, and being enough, and feeling our light kind of expand. And I had this idea, like during the day after I had read the chapter, before I kind of dove into the exercises, like having tension around my shoulder blades, which I often do. It almost made me think like that's where like wings would grow if I had wings, and maybe it's part of me wanting to kind of fly away, float off, and then reminding myself all I need to do is use my mind to, think up instead of kind of feeling constricted and down and too heavy and too having too much earth energy, feeling that lightness, that desire to kind of lighten up and float away. So ideally having like the idea of both grounding and that lifting feeling provides alignment. So ideally both. So it was interesting that I kind of had that idea from the angel meditation. What else did I feel around that? I think that's pretty much it. It was comforting. It was very loving, very gentle. I kind of had too much energy to really go deep. I'm pretty in touch with my fire right now, so I just had too much energy kind of that I wanted to be active, but it was still very, very comforting. The more powerful meditation for me was the inhalation of the fire, the idea of inhaling the flame through visualization and letting it burn up impurities and I let it burn up negative thoughts, negativity, because I kind of was a little bit complainy today, and I just sort of got into this spiral. My mother came to visit, which was wonderful. I loved having her. I talked to my dad today, and that was nice on the phone. We had a nice conversation. My mom came over to visit, and it was really nice having her here. I was very happy that she came and kind of wanted to hang out with me for a little while. And then I kind of got into this complaining spiral that sometimes I do around her for some reason. And it's a bad habit. I don't know why I do that. And if I'm not feeling like 100%, I notice that I'm susceptible to doing that. And then we trigger each other and antagonize each other a little bit. I don't know why. So I wasn't really able to be mindful and present in that moment. And I realized, I'm kind of creating this weird antagonistic energy here. Like, why am I doing that? So we've always kind of had that patterning, so it's weird. So I didn't really like that. But because we're saying yes to everything, I tried to think like maybe that came up so that I could feel like how I don't like that feeling. I don't like when we get into that cycle, and you can only really control yourself. So I really need to be more mindful of not doing that. And, you know, being in a more grateful place, showing more gratitude, which sometimes I really resist with her. I don't know why I do that. Anyway, actually I kind of do, but I'll keep that to myself. So, but I feel like, because I was still feeling a little under the weather today, and I kind of rested today, which was really important and really necessary for me, and I'm starting to feel better, because I was feeling like a little out of it, and you know, that I wasn't able to be my optimal self. So I think that was really why. But anyway, so I feel like I didn't fully do the saying yes to life. I didn't do that full out. I wasn't I lost my presence, and I wasn't mindful in at certain points in the day. And I can't name one day where I was present the entire day. I guess that's goals, right? Yeah, I was feeling like very grateful to be in my own space, just be in my own rhythm today, to be able to enjoy that naturescape in silence and be within myself, and to not kind of hear any commentary from anyone else, just to be present and be there. That felt really nice. And that time of day is just so peaceful, and I feel like I need more of that. So I think I'll do that more often. But the, you know, the inhalation of the fire and using that to burn up impurities and like the negativity, and that was very empowering. I really liked that exercise. Burning up any sort of, you know, physical blocks that I'm not aware of in my body, you know, anything my body's creating currently that maybe I'm not even aware of, burning that up, burning up negative energy, energetic blocks, expanding my creativity and my light and my aura to fill up the space and to not kind of resist still. And it's funny, like I had talked about, I think it was still Air Week, how I was feeling the heat in my left foot. I started feeling it in my right foot too. And it's funny, like during times where I felt very present, I noticed it activating. So I definitely feel like it's like that attunement to my to the area, attunement to my space, attunement to this town, and growing some roots so that when I do decide to, you know, go on to my next adventure from here, I won't be running away from anything. I will have solid roots here and I'll know how to create them elsewhere. So that was my day. I really, really, really love that fire exercise. I mean, I've never used fire like that. That really was powerful and helpful to me. So I hope you felt the same way and that you felt really, you know, clear and charged up and joyful because of that exercise. And I hope you were able to be present at some point and do that meditation with the angel. That was beautiful and comforting and loving. And I needed that. And I hope you were able to say yes to life today. So thank you for watching this far, and subscribe to my channel, like this video so I know you're watching. The bell icon will give you notifications when videos are uploaded. And I'm also taking this journey on Facebook and Instagram. I will link them below so you can find me there. And comment with anything you want to share, either here or either of those platforms. And I'm happy to connect with you. I look forward to doing that. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night.